Hi, class. Dr. Morton here. So, this week I wanted to touch on our discussion topic a little bit. So, this week we're going to focus on how public managers and leaders really respond to public opinion and to social movements. And I wanted to take a few minutes to connect this discussion topic to public trust and to core ideas within the field of public administration. So, one way to think about public administration is through the four pillars of public administration, and those shape how public organizations and the leaders within those organizations make decisions. The four pillars are economy, efficiency, effectiveness, and equity. So, economy refers to how organizations kind of manage their resources and how they use the taxpayer dollar and if they do that responsibly. Efficiency is focused on whether public organizations, provide services in a timely and organized manner without any like unnecessary waste or bureaucracy. And then effectiveness kind of asks whether programs and policies actually solve problems or achieve their intended outcomes. And so I think this is an area where it's really important for us to focus as public administrators. Are we um, effectively providing services and achieving our intended outcomes? And so then finally, number four is equity. And equity focuses on fairness, inclusion, and kind of whether services and opportunities are distributed fairly across communities. And so you'll hear this also referred to as social equity, being the fourth pillar of public administration. So many times, social movements and shifts in public opinion kind of emerge because people believe that government institutions are struggling in one or more of those key areas. For example, a community may feel that public services are ineffective, that government processes are too slow or they're difficult to navigate, or that certain groups aren't treated fairly. And in some cases, public frustration grows enough over time that eventually it leads to some organized advocacy, protest, or broader social movements. So this connects directly to declining public trust in government. And public trust is important because public organizations rely heavily on legitimacy and community support. And this is often more evident at the local level. So, unlike private organizations, public agencies cannot simply focus on profit or internal operations, right? So, public managers and leaders operate within political environments where citizens, advocacy groups, elected officials, the media, and other community stakeholders all influence decision making. So, because of this, leadership style matters. And so, leaders who respond defensively or they ignore public concerns may unintentionally increase distrust in government or encourage conflict, right? So, on the other hand, leaders who communicate clearly, they engage with stakeholders, they listen to concerns, and they remain transparent are often better positioned to maintain credibility and public confidence. So, I want you to think about how leadership during social change requires adaptability. Public managers are often faced with situations where there's not a perfect solution and where competing groups want very different outcomes. So, effective leaders have to balance those different constraints, and they consider those through like organizational goals, legal responsibilities, political pressure, and the broader community expectations. So you do this while continuing to provide those services that are needed. So as you complete this discussion, I want you to think about how public organizations can respond to social movements in ways that improve trust and strengthen organizational performance. And maybe consider which leadership approach you think is most effective during these periods of controversy and social change. So, do you think collaborative leadership works better? Adaptive leadership? Are transformational leaders the best in this option? Or should we focus on a servant leadership mindset where service to others is that in our hearts, and that's how we approach the work that we do as public administrators? And then consider why. Why do you think that? And make sure, that your thoughts are supported with evidence. So I really look forward to reading more about your thoughts this week. Thanks. Bye.